in some way supported Morpeth's Floral clock. And I think, speaking on behalf of the committee, we can hardly believe that where we've got to when we consider that just in January we started a constitution and we've had a bank account for the first time. So that's amazing, and that swell of success and enthusiasm is all down to you people here and also the people of Morpeth. Those people, for example, who gave £5, even though £5 wasn't exactly what they could afford to do, as well as the people who gave a lot of money. So thank you very much. I know our Vice Chair, Sue, who's around somewhere here, called it the People's Clock, and I really do believe it's the People's Clock because of all of the enthusiasm that's been devoted towards it. But also very important to us is the heritage aspect. And as we stand here, it reminds me that, is it 46 years ago, Miss Ray, I must do my maths a little bit better here. It was 46 years ago, almost to the day, when Alderman Bertram Jobson stood here with James Fairbairn Smith, July 1972, and that clock was first dedicated to him. And I think it's wonderful that we have here today people like the Jobson family and Lynn Peters, who's the great niece of James Fairbairn Smith. She was actually the little girl on the photograph. And also we have Ian Hunter and his wife, who were actually at the original dedication, as well as Clive and Jeff Temple, whose own father, Tom Temple, was a great friend of James Fairbairn Smith. So I think what's been important about the clock is it's got a really important heritage aspect which we're hoping to go forward into the future. But as well as that, it's brought people together. The people of Morpeth and also the people of Whitby. And we do have part of the Whitby contingency here with us today who've been so supportive in our journey. So what I would really like to thank is, as well is the Royal Horticultural Society. Christine Wright is here today, and isn't it wonderful to have little children here as part of the future of Morpeth's Floral Clock. It's been fantastic to have at least 3 schools formally involved, and this is something which we're hoping to take forward into the future.
And all I simply want to say is that it's been a great pleasure working alongside everyone to get this here today. I'm ashamed to say I'm old enough to remember 3 specific things about Morpeth from my youth. One was Mrs. Matheson in the nursery garden, Mrs. Smales in the Smale shop, and the floral clock. And I remember passing this in the car with my parents and always enjoying seeing it. So for me, and for everyone involved and my fellow councillors, this has been hugely important and a really crucial thing to get going. There can be no greater honour and privilege to be able to do something as good as this for your community. It's taken an enormous amount of work and drive, but it's testament to the people that have made this happen, and you should be very proud of yourself. So thank you very much to everybody that's made this happen.
I'm Helen Tate and I'm Bertram Jobson's granddaughter.
Tell us a little bit about what you think your grandfather would have made of today's events.
I think he would have been absolutely delighted that the clock's been restored. I think he was Morpeth through and through. He was so proud to come from Morpeth, and he'd be so proud of what Barbara and her team have achieved in restoring the clock. And I think the fact that there are photos of he and Cilla on display today, he'd be so pleased that everybody was getting to see Cilla in all her glorious clothes again. And it's nice that they've been remembered for being Mayor and Mayoress 4 times.
Now, you would probably just be a youngster when the clock was provided.
Yeah.
Can you remember very much about the relationship of your father and the donor?
Jim Fairbairn Smith, who donated the clock, Jim and his wife Alvaretta lived in the States, and my grandma and granda used to go and see them quite regularly, and Jim and Alvaretta used to come over here. My grandma talked about Jim and Alvaretta all the time. They were really, really good friends throughout their lives.
Is it right that they grew up together, or they went to school together?
I didn't know that, but I understand that from the photos that have been found, that they actually went through first school together and all the way through school, so they were friends for their entire lives.
And it must be really nice that even after all these years, the Jobson family name lives on in Morpeth.
It is, it's really nice. It's quite, although I'm the closest relative to Bert, my name's twice removed from his, but it's nice to see that Nigel Jobson and his family are living here and that the name, as you say, continues, because it's a very strong name in Morpeth. It has strong connections with the council.
And what do you think about the campaign itself, about how successful it's been? What do you think it says about, not only about the people who organised it, but about the people of Morpeth who supported it?
I honestly, it's so outstanding, and that what Barbara and her committee have achieved in this short time. I don't think I ever expected that the clock would be ready for this year. I think I thought it might be next year, and I think it says a wonderful amount about the people of Morpeth that they've got behind Barbara and supported this.